Hello, this is the trade site U.S. stocks and futures market preview and domestic economic data roadmap for the week beginning Monday, the 2nd of March 2019, ending Friday the 6th. Next weekend, by the way, is the time change. Here's a look at the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market futures forum as we have been discussing. Obviously, we had a big sell off week. We made some good money. I didn't find much Thursday or Friday. We found some good stuff Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Um, I held off on doing this because I wanted to see what the futures were showing, and they've been all over the board. But as I record this, the futures are showing a 16-point gap up on the ES and a 52-point gap up on the NQs. Now that can totally change by the morning; none of it matters. But it's more interesting to know that than not know that. Let's look through the daily charts as we go here. Crude oil up a buck 35. No, sorry, I didn't get it done. Up a buck 35 to 46.10. That's still near the lows of the year. Obviously, gold up $34.10, bouncing after selling off. The S&P on Friday was down 24.54, but like I said, the futures are showing up for the open tomorrow, so that's a good thing. Nasdaq 100 was up 25.16. The stocks up 36.89. Biotech's gained 19.43. The Russell 2000 loses 21 points. This thing is sold off so hard. Like, it's almost under all of last year at this point in time. It's a big sell-off. The VIX gains 95 cents to 40.1. Remember, it was over 48 intraday. The VIX over 40 usually means the bottom of the market soon, not tomorrow necessarily. It doesn't have to be that we can't go lower Monday, but it does indicate that usually it closed, and we can have a big talk about that later. The trend closes at 0.75. Puts the 10-day moving average at 1.18. NASDAQ volume 5.3. Look at that. There's some volume for a down and back up day. 5.3 billion shares on the NASDAQ. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ was negative 816. On the New York, negative 1246. Google gains 24.30. A big bounce back after selling off. Apple was down 16 cents. That's a non-starter there. Netflix down $2.68. Still holding near the highs. Amazon and Netflix probably held up better than anything. Amazon down 55 cents. That's a blip, but it was down lower, obviously, intraday, and it sold off a lot this last week. Tesla down 11.01. Look at that 13 sell signal on Tesla. That was amazing. Facebook closes up 2.72. Goldman Sachs loses 2.42. The TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, gains 343 as bonds continue to highs. Just here's the deal. If I go to projection mode, on this. So we've got recycle. So we don't even have a 13 cell signal. We were getting close to it. We didn't get it. Dow down 357 on whatever. So this points the Dow basically down under most of the back half, under the back half of last year. It's a huge sell-off. Like, everything's just is what it is. In terms of intraday action, let's go to 10-minute candles on the ES so we can see the whole week. And here's what you get. Monday gap down and pretty flat. Tuesday started to head lower. Wednesday, a little gap up, closed about flat. Thursday, gap down, tried to bounce, couldn't fill the gap, and then rolled. And then Friday was down. So the whole week is down on the ES, NASDAQ side. Not much different. Pretty much exactly the same. So we have not done anything different. We have not gotten anywhere. And it is what it is. In terms of economic data coming out for the week ahead, we've got this final Monday, manufacturing and ISM manufacturing PMI numbers, construction spending, and ISM manufacturing prices. Tuesday, TIP IBD economic optimism number, total vehicle sales at some point in time. Wednesday, ADP non-farm employment change at 8:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Final services PMI at 9:45. Crude oil inventories at 10:30 and beige book at 2 p.m. Not a big deal. OPEC meetings sometime on Thursday. Challenger job cuts at 7:30 on Thursday. Revised non-farm productivity and new labor costs along with unemployment claims, factory orders. Natty gas at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. A bunch of Fed members speaking, and then Friday we've got OPEC continues to go. But here's the big ones. Unemployment rate and trade balance on Friday, along with the final wholesale inventories and consumer credit. So a lot of stuff on Friday that's not out there before that. But look, here's the thing. At the end of the day, we're not putting a lot of calls on the reports because there's not much there in terms of the scans. If we're going to do a bounce day finally, that's great. But we will call it from the tape. We had an amazing week last week. We sidestepped a big crash and made money, and that's all we are here to do. Church as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trip.